How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Airport CEO and welcome back to Belfast City Airport. It turns out that helicopters are in fact not planes. Now that might be obvious, it is obvious, but I'm bringing that up because it never struck me that these guys would carry far fewer passengers than the planes do. Again, that should be obvious. That is obvious. That's something that we're all sort of aware of. Helicopters, in this case, this one's bringing 4 people in. It's got 3 people going out. This one is bringing 2 people in, and there's 4 going out. So obviously they're dealing with fewer people, smaller numbers than the planes are. I would say that we probably have maybe 30 to 45 people across an entire day at the moment when it comes to the helicopters, which really isn't all that much. It really isn't all that much. That's something I'd like to work on though. And I did read some comments talking about when I'd mentioned maybe building a helicopters only airport. I saw a few people suggesting that that is something you could do, but set it up as another terminal on this map and essentially just have a little bit of bonus money coming in from the helicopters. I really like that idea. I think it's a good idea. So that's something we might aim for somewhere down the line. But for today, I would like to sort of follow the tutorial a little bit further. I think it guides things really nicely and it really should be done by this point. But before we get to that, I've been a little bit busy. And the reason I've been a little bit busy is because, long story short, I needed to fast forward a couple of days in game because I needed to get a screenshot of the helicopters like this for the last episode's thumbnail. So I decided to spend those days doing a little bit of research. And we're now working towards an extended commercial license, which is going to give us the medium air traffic control tower. And that's going to let us bring in more flights per day. So I'm very excited about this, but I'm also excited about the fact that I did get the first group of programs, and I've also got myself project group 2. So we can research 2 things at a time, which is probably for the best. But what I've done immediately with program group 1 is I hired a bunch more administrators and I put 5 of them to work on upkeep cost reduction. Now this basically brings my operations cost down, and with 5 people here, it's currently at a 21% reduction at 91% efficiency. That's because there's a little bit more work for them to do, and that'll be up to 25% reduction, which is fantastic. And then basically the same thing happens down here with salaries. So I'm just saving a little bit of money by having these 10 people working on these 2 things. Now, when it comes to other research projects, I'm not really too sure what I want to go for. Advanced runway lighting, I don't know if we need that. Remote stand services, it seems a little bit early for that. Jet A1 fuel, I'm sure, is going to be a research thing, or sorry, a tutorial thing. So I think what we'll do is we will just follow the tutorial a little bit, because at the moment we need to build ourselves some upgrades. We need to get ourselves a bird strike prevention system. So we'll go ahead and get this thing. And I'm thinking, I don't remember exactly where this thing needs to go. So I'm just going to put it, I sort of like the idea of right there in the corner. I'm just going to put it here. And I'm going to put another one here. And I've got no idea if that's correct. I know this is the thing, right? Every time I play this game or sim airport or anything that involves building an airport, I'm always really conscious about where I'm putting things because I don't know the first thing about airports. I really don't. I just don't. I also totally forgot about the fact that I do have these stands over here. So we actually have the potential to get 9 remote stands if I want to go in that particular direction, which, I mean, we're not researching it right now. Like I said, it would be interesting. It might just be early days. I might get there at some point. I think it would be good. It would be more money. It would make the airport very busy, but it would be a lot more money. Anyway, patrols can be assigned to both security officers inside terminals and airport police cars. We want to create a security officer patrol route inside of a terminal, make the patrol route 4 nodes or longer. You can add a node by left-clicking on a terminal piece, remove a node by right-clicking anywhere, complete a route by right-clicking the first node. I don't remember doing this. I've probably done this before, but I don't remember setting up patrol routes for security officers, which is really weird. You would think that's something that I would vividly remember, but I guess, wait, can I do patrol routes outside? I can. I think what I'm going to do then is a patrol route that goes from here. Do I have to like, can I go this way with it? Can I come down here? So yeah, it's sort of going to cut through. I'd like it to go in here. I'd like it to sort of go this way. And we're just going to do a big old patrol that goes the entire way sort of around my terminal. We're going to bring it outside like this. We'll bring it over to this door right about here. And I'm just going to have this loop the entire way. Maybe it should go sort of around this space as well. That might be a great idea. Let's go up here. We'll cut across and then we'll go back through the entire security space. That seems, yeah, we're going to save that patrol. That seems like a great idea. I have no idea how to assign people to that patrol, but that's what we're going to do. And then we need one for an airport police car. Now, this is, I'm assuming, the exact same process as before. I don't know if I can have an airport police car out here. Does it have to be in the secure space? It does. Interesting. Okay. Well, that's fine. We have a bit of a loop that we can go on here. What side of the road do vehicles drive on in this game? The right side. Okay. So we're going to go from here up this way. We're going to go the entire way across, and we're just going to sort of loop around the existing part of the airport, something like that. So that'll be great. We'll save that route, and then you can delete. Oh, they just go. Okay. That's totally fine. Delete a patrol route by choosing the X icon and click on one of its nodes. Why did you make me set up this patrol route if I'm just going to delete it? Really? Really? Okay. All right. That seems like a waste of time. Wow, this is going great. Yeah, sure. When you're ready, you can expand your small regional airport and attract some higher rated airline contracts. We need to build larger aircraft stands and make sure our runway can handle jets that will soon land. Since all commercial flights use Jet A1 fuel, we should build a Jet A1 fuel depot just like we did with Avgas. You see? You see? This is what I'm talking about. I've also, I think, completed the research. No, I haven't. Build a medium check-in desk acquired via the medium aircraft permit R&D project. We are not working towards that, but we should start working towards the medium aircraft permit. We're going to need 6 more administrators. I don't know if I've got any free. So let's go for applicants. Let's go to administrator. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to get 7 just because I'm a rebel without a cause. And we'll just put you guys straight to work. So that'll get us the medium aircraft permit, which is fantastic. And I guess I really should have just gone for Avgas now that I think about it, because I think it's what, an hour to research. I'm pretty sure it'll be fine. We're working on the extended commercial license. We're going for medium aircraft. We'll get both of those done and everything's going to be great. And you know what? I want my police car patrol route back. I liked seeing that thing going around, so I might as well, since, you know, I made it once, so I can just have this thing right about here. So complete that route. We'll have the cargo do its thing. I'm sure we have a security guy going around here somewhere. You're not with security. You're not with security. I'm sure there's one. I'm sure someone's going in a circle around this entire airport. Or you're not security either. You know what? It doesn't matter. I'm sure there's some poor security guard just doing laps of the entire airport. I've also realized that it's kind of cool looking seeing all of my administrators just working at all these different desks. It's nice seeing the space behind the check-in area kind of busy. I don't hate that. It's pretty cool. I'm also thinking that since we are working towards the medium check-in desks, or what, these are check-in desks, right? Yeah, check-in desks. We are probably going to need to rebuild this space a little bit. And I think that'll be a really good opportunity to, I'm basically going to keep this same layout. We'll just sort of expand to the right a little bit and then probably move the staff room back so I can have space for conveyor belts in here. I'm pretty sure we're probably heading towards baggage handling. And I think what I'll try and do is just keep this little airport here for now. And then if I possibly can, we'll get more tiles, we'll expand things. I'm going to try and just, I guess, keep this as a little regional airport for as long as I possibly can. And then maybe we're going to look at doing what I've done before, where I build like a giant terminal up here. I don't know exactly. I'm trying not to get too far ahead, to be quite honest with you, because every time I do that, my plans change. And then I want to take things as they come to me. So we're going to, you know, one thing at a time, basically. So let's have a look here. We are so close to being done with this extended commercial license. This is what I'm actually most excited about, because if we look at our flight planner, like I've said, we're only doing 25, well, we're doing 25 of 25 flights per day. If we can get that medium air traffic control tower, we can fill this thing. And looking at this, I think we might be able to get like 40 to 45 flights in here, which I think is going to be huge. Now, I'm pretty sure it is done, which is fantastic. Ultimate commercial license would be great as well, but that is 4 days of research. So I think we'll pass. I think we'll go for the Jet A1 fuel, because that is going to take no time at all. And what we're going to do as well is have a look here. So this is the airline lounge. Now that's something I'm excited about. I don't think we're going to need one, but I do like that we can get airline lounges. That's pretty cool. And then for infrastructure, medium air traffic control tower. I was really hoping it would fit in there. It doesn't, but it does. It does fit quite nicely in this space. So I think that's basically where it's going to go. We're going to go for right about there, and I'm going to pave underneath it because I think that's going to look that little bit better if I can ever remember theirs that I'm looking for. So just pave right about there. And as soon as we get that built, I'm hoping for good things. Basically, that's kind of where I'm at. I'm hoping for some very good things. Wow, this really doesn't take all that long at all. Well, that's good. That'll keep people happy as well. That's another source of income, right? We can build the Jet A1 depot thing. We can offer that service to the commercial flights coming in here. And to be totally honest, it really does have me tempted, like I've said, to swap these guys out for remote stands, because I'm pretty sure Jet A1 will make me more money than the avgas stuff, but we'll figure that out. For now, let's get this guy. I'm just going to put it right next to this one. I think that's probably the best place for it. So right about there, we do have, no, those are the depots. Aren't there, there's like fuel storage things, right? If I'm not mistaken. No, that's just medium fuel depots. Never mind. Can you not expand these? Am I thinking of a different game where you can like expand the capacity of your fuel depots? I might be. I might be thinking of something else. It doesn't really matter. Either way, let's get ourselves the concrete tiles underneath you, because I think that'll be pretty good for us. We will need to sign a contract to bring that fuel in here, but that'll be all right. We'll also have to get some trucks for it. And I suppose, speaking of trucks, we could get the Maverick fuel trucks. They'd be a bit bigger than the trucks we're using right now, which might not be the worst thing in the world. But I want to just look through and make sure I'm not missing anything that'd be a bit more interesting. I mean, we do have stuff down here. We've got like proactive maintenance, which is going to clean and repair things ahead of time. We have program group 2, which will reduce project time. Now that would be really good to have. That's going to be faster research, I think. We can also have passenger satisfaction boosted. We can have better marketing. Structural engineering is concrete. I don't really care about that. Automation is self-check-in, baggage drop, self-boarding, and passport checkpoints. Medium helipads. I kind of want that. I'm not gonna lie. I think we're gonna go medium helipads to start with, and we can have up to 10 people on this. We have 9. Can I get one more? Let's get you, and let's put you on the medium helipads. I might regret that. There's definitely a chance I'm gonna regret that, but it'll be all right. Let's also have a look here. We still need to build the medium check-in desk, which we don't currently have because this guy's only halfway done. That's fine. We do have the medium air traffic control tower though. So in here, we are starting to see this fill out a little bit. We're up to 29 of 75. We've got more helicopters coming in later today. Tomorrow is up to 33 of 75. We've got 33, 31. That's what I want to see. That is absolutely what I want to see. I suppose we should probably look at contracts, right? So if we have a look at the offered contracts, we have got some airline contracts. These guys, I don't think we need them. I mean, there's no reason not to have the lower tier contracts, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I just don't know. We can also do auto negotiation. Let me see here. Enables yearly auto negotiation. Negotiation points are automatically spent trying to improve all of your contracts to secure better deals. A CFO is required to enable auto negotiation. That's fine. Negotiation points, it's a lot to read, are awarded each day for running a successful airport. They're used to increase the chance of winning a negotiation with a business. Your airport can have a maximum of 15 negotiation points and is awarded 1 for each of the below criteria. Each day you also get this. Each contract can have a maximum of 5 points. Each contract gets 1 point when signed, and depending on the contract type, the points are awarded to each as follows. That's fine. Okay. So, we need a CFO. I think I'm gonna get a CFO and we'll try it out. I don't really play around too much with negotiations. I don't think I've ever played around with negotiations. And looking at it, you're the best CFO that we can get. You know what? We'll bring you in. That's fine. We will train you quite a bit. We'll train you guys as well while we're here. And we'll go to contracts. We'll enable automatic negotiations. And these are my accepted contracts, right? Yeah, I was going to say, I thought these were a bunch more. Okay. I'll tell you what, let's just accept these guys. We'll get more flights in here and that'll be all right. Looking up this way, this thing is done as well. So let's have a look. Actually, we don't need another provider, do we? This is full. We just need the trucks that can handle this. So if we go into vehicles and go to purchase vehicles, we want the Fjord trucks, the Jet A1 trucks. We probably don't need 2 of them, but I'm going to get 2 of them just because I can. And there they are. We've got our 2 trucks coming in. I do want to go and paint them up a little bit. And we have these guys in red. I guess these guys are going to be in... I'm not going to go completely black with them. I think right about there should be fine. So that'll kind of work. I don't know what paintbrush mode is. You know what? Oh, I guess it's that. That's fine. So they're both painted up the color that I want. I think that's all right. So they're going to head around. They're probably going to load up. And then if we go into operations, we can now enable the Jet A1 fuel service, which is fantastic. We also have runway assign mode. Allows departing aircraft to either distribute evenly among available runways or always fetch the nearest. It could, depending on your layout, improve the airport's taxiing load. I'm going to enable, I know we only have 1 runway, but I'm going to enable that because I might forget to do it later. And I think that'll be good for us. We also get this guy coming in and loading up the depots, which is fantastic. I don't know how many of the commercial aircraft coming in right now are going to want refueling. Oh, you do? Well, that's good. And there we go. We get the trucks heading out to do their thing. So I want to have a look and see just how much money we're making from this. So it is going to be like 63 a pop. Okay. So we're getting maybe another, I mean, a minimum of another $63 per aircraft. It's usually 2 or 3, maybe 4 little ticks for refueling. So let's say a minimum $120, $126 per aircraft. That's pretty good. And again, if we go for remote stands, we can have that be considerably higher, which would be very exciting. I've also apparently not been running the game at full speed because this is still not done, which is fine. That's totally all right. We're going to get both of them around the same time. Oh, now this is good. We've got the medium helipads, which are absolutely enormous. Good Lord. Are they? It's the size of 2 of the smaller ones. That's, how big are the that's only medium as well. Can we get large? No. Okay, well that's probably for the best. That's okay. All right. Well, we got the medium aircraft permit. That's fine. We could get a large aircraft permit if we wanted to get the, well, no, not the large aircraft permit. Is it the ultimate commercial license? Yeah, large air traffic control tower. That's what I'm looking for. We don't need large aircraft right now. I think again, what we'll do is start looking into more research perks. So we'll get program group 2 going because that's going to be great for us. It gives me all of this. And then down here, I'm actually very tempted by automation simply because it will give us the self check-in kiosk. That's great. Bag drop is great, but I'm mostly interested in the self boarding gate because a self boarding gate, if paired with something like the remote stand service, I think that would be really good. So we're going to look into automation, and we're going to try and get that as quickly as we can, which I think is going to be 24 hours, and that's all right. But my thinking is that the self check-in kiosk, if I remember right, is a little bit smaller than this. I think it's 2 tiles across. It might actually be 1. It might be like a 1x2 kind of thing. Anyway, it is smaller than these boarding desks, which is the self-boarding desk, not the self-check-in. It is smaller. So my thinking is, if I really wanted to, I could probably move these helipads down this way, do a whole row of them, and set those up as remote stands, and then just use this entire wing of the airport, which I realize is a great... Describing a part of a building as a wing in an airport is amazing. Anyway, this entire wing of the airport could be used for remote stand services. We could set up a bunch of self-boarding desks. You go out, you get on a bus, the bus takes you out to, you know, these stands, or takes you down to a helicopter. This space could be used for medium helicopters as well, which I think would be amazing. So I think that's going to be my plan. I think that's kind of what we look to do. We also got the medium stands here, which is great. We got the medium runway, but most importantly, we got the medium check-in desks. Now these guys are, unfortunately, a fair bit larger than I thought they were going to be. Okay, that's, I'm not going to say it's disappointing. It's not the end of the world, but it's definitely a little bit frustrating. I'll tell you what we're going to do then. Let me go to terminal. Let me get myself some walls. And we're going to turn this space into our new staff room. So we'll go into zones and rooms. We will go to staff room like this. And we will get ourselves a little door on this as well, because it's going to be the same sort of layout. I just need this space for baggage handling. So we'll get all that built as quickly as we can. We'll get ourselves the carpet in there as well. We're basically taking this room and just moving it back. And while that's going on, I just want to point out that my estimation was pretty much spot on. We're up to 40 out of 75 aircraft today. We're up to 41 tomorrow, 41 Sunday, 45 on Monday. And it looks like if this shuffled around, we could probably get up to 48, 49. We could maybe get 50. It's 46 there. We might, with a bit of shuffling, even if I bring this number down to 15, we might be able to get 50 aircraft in here, which would be kind of amazing. That's what I'm looking for. We've also got the staff room in here now, which is great. So let's just go ahead and do a bit more bulldozing. This door needs to go away. This entire wall and these info desks can go away as well. And then we want to have a wall just up here, which is completely fine. And then what I think I'm also going to do, oh, I don't know how I'm going to do this layout. Can I get rid of you? I can turn you off. I can't turn you off because the flight's currently closed. I'm going to try and turn off these first 5 check-in desks. We can still use these 5 over here, which will be completely fine. But if we turn those ones off, I can bulldoze that entire space, and then we can start to put the medium ones in here, because I don't think we're going to need the small desks once we have the medium ones. I don't think there's any point in keeping the small desks. Now, there's something I've realized about what I'm doing here, and what I've realized is I'm pretty sure I don't actually need all that much space behind these guys, because we can just use conveyor belts that go immediately underground right off the backs of these check-in desks. So we really don't need all that much space. And so what I can do is just get myself a couple of small doors here, and that's basically how my staff are going to get out to the check-in desks. I'm pretty sure they can go this way. I'm pretty sure they can go straight through, but I like this as a layout. I think it works, and I'm not really going to take up too much more space in there with anything that we, don't necessarily need. So I think what I'll do as well is go ahead and change up the materials a little bit. I think we could maybe do some concrete tiles right about here this time, just to be a bit different. I do like the wood. Well, you know what? No, we're gonna keep the wood for we're gonna keep the wood back here because it does set it apart. We will do concrete tiles in all of this space. We will do this guy this time to separate everything, and we'll get the wooden floors in here as well. Now, I don't know if we need all of this space, but I figure it's not gonna hurt if we use all of this space. My only concern looking at this is how do the passengers get out of here? That's, you know what? It's fine. We'll go for a little bit of asymmetry. I think that's how we'll figure this whole thing works. So we'll come over like that, and that'll be all right. And then for these guys, actually what we'll do is this one first. So we want to go to the right with this one. So these ones at the ends are going to be sort of symmetrical, I guess. And then this one in the middle is going to be the smallest out of all of them. They're still pretty substantial queues, but that gives us a bit of space for passengers to sort of come and go, which is what we're looking for. These guys are all going to get painted the same sort of dark blue color that we've done before, which I think is pretty good. And that seems fine. That seems like it will do the job. Let's get ourselves some wood flooring in here as well. And this space is basically being set up in case this is where baggage handling is going to go. Now let's have a quick look at the tutorial. We need to unlock any adjacent land by clicking on a padlock. Oh boy. That's... I don't know what land I would want to unlock right now. I want to say probably this one or this one, because I'm pretty sure I need... This is how I get space for a medium runway. And if I get this land, I can do a medium runway, I'm pretty sure, but I think something on the side is going to be a little bit easier. Oh, do I want to do that right now? How are these going? I've got this, which is great. Reduce project time. Absolutely. Put 5 people on that immediately. Staff productivity. Marketing is 5% increased passenger spending at food and shop franchises. Also attracts visitors to the airport. Okay. I don't know that I need any more of these right now. Let's have a look at what else we could do. We could do project group 3, so I can research 3 things at once. I think I'm going to go for remote stand service. I think we're going to start looking. I really like the idea of turning this wing into that remote stand area. I think that'd be really good for us, especially with automation just around the corner. Oh, now look at this. We've got people coming through using the new check-in desks, which is fantastic. They're also using this one way to get out of here, which is fair enough, I suppose. I am thinking we might need more passenger service agents, though. These are the guys that work the desks. So you, and you. We might also want to get a few more ramp agents just to be sure. I don't like that you guys aren't all that skilled, but you'll do. We can train all you guys up as well that aren't very good. So we'll get all of you trained up into the green. We'll look at our passenger service agents as well. You know what? I'm just going to train all of you. I've got the money to do it right now. We're sitting on almost 1.9 million. So I don't mind getting all you guys sorted out. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of you. We're going to need... I'm going to need more of you. So give me you and you, because each of the desks can handle 2 passenger service agents. So that way, if all of the desks are working, all of my passenger service agents are going to be here, which is completely fine. I think this is sort of the way to go. I think this will work out nicely. And you know, just before we wrap things up for today, I'd like to point out that my estimations were again sort of correct. Wednesday has 48 flights penciled in. And looking at it, again, if we shuffled things around a little bit, we could probably get 50. So this is fantastic. This is exactly what I'm looking for. The airport is busier than it's ever been. We are making money, which is amazing news. This space is expanding, which is fantastic as well. And we just need to unlock some adjacent land. I don't like this part of the game. I really don't. Because it just makes me, I don't want to make the wrong decision, but you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get this one is what I'm going to do. I'm going to spend all that money. I hate spending all that money. I really do, but I've spent all that money and now it wants me to get medium aircraft. I knew that was coming. I knew we were heading that way with it. I'm not happy about it, but you know what? It'll be fine. I think what I'm going to do before we get medium aircraft is I am going to set up this remote service. I think that'll be a really good idea. So that's going to be the focus, I think, of the next episode. I think today I've not really done as much to grow the airport as I thought I was going to, but we have got the Jet A1 service in here. The helicopters are coming in all the time now, which is great. We have upgraded the check-in space. We've done a bit more research. Things are going good for Belfast City Airport. So let's get ourselves some, you know, good old remote stand helicopters. It'd be really cool if I could replace the buses with like cars, since it's only like 4 people per helicopter, but it might be more. I'm assuming it will be more with the medium-sized aircraft, so that'll be exciting. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, everybody. It has been an absolute pleasure as always. And as always, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.